Slide Quest is a co-op dexterity game for 1 to 4 players. You work together to guide a knight from one part of the map to another. Blue Orange Games provided this copy in exchange for an honest review. The game is straightforward to set up. The levers go on the notches and the maps go on top of the board. If the map has holes for obstacles or spots for enemies, place them. The knight goes on the lower number and you'll be guiding him to the higher number. Some maps will have multiple danger zones. You lose a heart if you fall over or fall into a trap. If this happens, place the knight at the start of the map again. You also lose a heart if you knock over a stick of dynamite or knock it into a trap, or push an enemy into the wrong trap or at the wrong time. If any of these occur, the knight continues from their position. Thankfully, some maps have a way to regain a heart. If you lose too many hearts, you failed your quest. On maps 10 and 20, failing in any way means you reset and restart that map. The hero mode variant means every map is played this way. Tricky. You can play this game using mini quests, sets of 5 themed maps, or the grand quests. Go from map 1 to 20. There's also a QR code to scan in the rulebook if you want to use a timer for more of a challenge. Work those levers to guide the knight. That's Slide Quest. Slide Quest is played in the bottom of its box. Toss the rest of the bits in the top, and you can jump right into playing on most tables. This is a weeknight game for sure. Even the hardest maps will only take 5 minutes, and there are 20 maps included. There is a game saver if you want to do a quest but only have time for a map here and there. Smart. There is no reading or math, but you will need to be able to see what's about to happen, work as a team, and be able to control those levers. This is called a video board game. So if you can play a game using a controller, phone, and/or tablet, you can handle this. We zipped through Slide Quest's first mini quest, The Coast. Dad plays a lot of video games, so he had no problems, and I picked it up pretty quickly as well. Mom struggled for a while. On one map, the knight was in a spot where guiding it was up to her. She said, "It's my time to shine." She immediately slid the knight into the hole. Later, we had to take out 2 guards and a villain. The first guard was eliminated quickly. For the second, Dad and Mom worked together to line it up for her. She said, "Now it's my time to shine." She pushed the guard into the hole, then fell in after it. Components are very important in a dexterity game, and Slide Quests are excellent. The board and map system are genius. The levers work well enough to control light and heavy movements. The art is nice, and the enemy meeples are cute. The knight's face is unsettling, though, for me at least. Dad has had a whole mess of hand and arm issues, but he was able to play this for multiple quests in a row with no problems. Even though there are 4 levers to control, the box is small enough that I can reach across to move the levers easily or just rotate the box. Not only can I play this solo, but I can play it well. If you have poor hand-eye or dexterity skills, skip this. It won't be fun for you or the other players. I'll talk about this more later, but the people you play with, all with different ideas and skills, play a huge role in this game. The game saver is a great idea. Play a game before school, save, and then pick it up again later. It makes this feel even more like a video game. Speaking of video games, me and Dad play a bunch of co-ops. The Lego games, Disney Infinity, and so on. Slide Quest has that feeling of teamwork. The maps and quests feel different, but they also don't. I'd like to see expansions with more maps, harder challenges, and new mechanisms. Slide Quest is a fantastic concept that works really well as a solo game. It works well at all counts. How well depends on the players. Mom's super intense in competitive games, but really laid back in co-op ones. Dad's all about optimization and efficiency, so he admits that he found this more frustrating than he expected. They both enjoy slide quests though, which says a lot about this game. As for me, I had a lot of fun with it as well. It's super simple to play, but can get really challenging later on. It's one that I can play by myself, with the whole family, with Grandma, Dad, and each time will give me a different experience. How many games can do that?